What's going on, guys? I'm Zachary Gray, and today we're out here in this sandhill habitat looking for snakes. And one of the most incredible snakes in the southeast actually lives here, and it's called the Coachwhip. They're one of the largest species out here, and they've even been known to eat rattlesnakes. Let's go. Now, midsummer's heat might not seem like the best time to be walking these miniature coastal deserts, but if you're lucky, you can come across something really special. Now, I think I spotted something go through this edge right here. And if that was a snake, it's gonna pop out on the other side, out into the open. And if it's Coachwhip, I'm gonna have like half a second to get it. They're actually much faster than racers. The reptiles here are almost like the ones out west. They love this crazy hot, dry, and sandy environment. And they are super fast. The only way you're gonna catch any of these animals is if you coordinate well to catch them, or you just so happen to see one out in the open. Coach. Coach. Hey, bud. Woo. Yowzer, look at that. That is a sweet looking eastern coach. Look at that snake. I haven't been bit by one of these before because I don't really catch them. That is an insane sandhill snake and exactly what we were looking for. A big, fast eastern Coachwhip. This one's probably about, I'd say about 5 foot. And you'll notice when I first came up to him, he opened his mouth straight at me. He was beelining it straight for this. When I got in front of him, he just sat there and opened his mouth at me. They may look a lot like a racer, but their behavior is totally different. This is the absolute king of the sandhill habitat. No other animal out here is going to be messing with this animal. Now, I would say that this is the fastest snake that we get out here by far. They're faster than racers. They're faster than any other little snake that we're going to get out here. They are just lightning fast, and they're living in super hot habitat. If you feel the ground right now, it's hot to a touch. And these snakes will come out when it's over 100 degrees midsummer heat. So if you're on the dunes or anywhere on the beach or anywhere like that, and it's super hot and you see a big dark snake, more often than not it's going to be a Coachwhip rather than a racer, because these guys are heat resistant. And this is really cool. He's seriously beat up. This might be a pretty old snake. End of his tail, that's actually semi-fresh. Like in the past couple months he lost the tip of his tail, and then he's got a bite mark, or what I'm assuming is a bite mark from another snake. You can see there where this other snake, I think they grabbed him from that side actually, don't bite my face, bud, where they bit him from that side and just kind of chewed, and that would probably be another Coachwhip. These snakes will be cannibalistic. They will eat smaller Coachwhips, they'll eat racers. In fact, a snake of this size would be eating rattlesnakes, and they'd be eating even pine snakes. This is an endangered species here in this state, and they will eat other endangered species, and this is a really cool thing with this animal. Even though racer snakes are that full solid black, if you look at his head, it's almost that deeper black. It's like a fuzzy, velvety coloration. It's incredible. Their scales in their lower half are very distinct. You can kind of see that it's almost like outlines. They've almost got like a shimmer to them. It's really incredible. This is one of the most incredible snakes out here. One of my favorite non-venomous snakes actually that we get here in North America. I've gotten to see a much smaller one in Mississippi. And unfortunately, I haven't gotten to see a red Coachwhip out west. I've seen a few hit by cars out there. So it's really incredible to get to see this animal. They're incredibly fast. They're endangered throughout much of their range, mostly due to habitat loss, mostly due to these dunes being paved for houses, and any kind of longleaf savanna being turned into farmland or timberland typically. But if you're in areas where this animal has really good habitat, so this place is a really nice scrub oak hill. It's got lots of these little tiny trees, lots of sand, lots of racer runners from to eat. This animal becomes particularly common. So in places like Florida and South Georgia, this is a more common species. But then as you go more into North Georgia, into rockier areas, out west, more in Louisiana, in the swampier areas, they just become way less common and you just don't see them. Now there's actually 7 subspecies of Coachwhip. This would be the eastern Coachwhip, my absolute favorite Coachwhip. They can have many different colorations. You can see them solid red, you can see them 50-50, you can see them black and red, black and tan, you can see them fully tan. They're an incredibly variable species. And they'll eat pretty much anything. While out here, they're mostly going to be eating other snakes and racer runners. They'll eat rodents, they'll eat mice, and in fact, this species is one of the very few that'll prey on gopher tortoises, specifically the babies. Whenever they hatch, these guys will actually go and catch the baby gopher tortoises and eat them, which is really crazy. Most species out here, most burrowing species, are scared of coachwhips. They actually don't like to be around them, so coachwhips will take over their burrows. They'll go into their burrows, they'll chase out whatever's in it, little mammal, little reptile, whatever, and they'll take over it. They don't really make their own burrows. They're kind of little thieves, actually. They kind of bully other species out of their areas a little bit, which is really bizarre. What an absolute fantastic snake. I mean, they are just my favorite. Besides pygmy rattlesnakes, coachwhips, gotta be one of my favorite snakes. Absolutely stunning animal. We're gonna go ahead and let it back into its sandhill. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to check out the time we were finding rare sandhill snakes over in Mississippi. Really special day, that one. And we will see you guys next time. All right, time to let this big guy go. Looking back in here, he's got a big burrow right there. So that's why we're gonna let him go right on this edge. Hey, see you, bud. What?